swear that you are disciplined, but once you see an amount of money that you have never seen before, you will lose your five senses. You will start acting like somebody that has never seen money before. One look, and I breathe. Hello and welcome back to my channel. In case you are new here, my name is Anita, your girl talk bestie and personal development enthusiast. In case you are not subscribed to this channel yet, I highly encourage that you do that, and I promise you it's gonna be fun. Today we are talking about the 7 habits of highly empowered women. Yeah, like the book, but for empowered women, because it is something every ambitious woman needs to know. And you know how we do here. We're all about the ambition, baby. So let's get into it. Now, first things first, who is an empowered woman? An empowered woman is the woman who owns herself. She owns her voice, she owns her choices, she owns her boundaries, she owns her dreams. An empowered woman is a woman who is free. She is free to live, she is free to grow, she is free to exist fully as herself on her own terms. Now I'm going to ask you, do you think you are this woman? A woman can be empowered in a number of ways, but mostly mentally, in the way that she thinks, and financially, in the way that she owns her money. Financial empowerment is never about the flashy stuff. What designer items you have, what kind of car you drive. It's mostly about control, about strategy, and about smart choices. Now, let's get into it. These are some of the habits that I have seen empowered women exhibit, and I am sharing this because I highly encourage you to start practicing them too in order to become super empowered. Number 1, they know their worth. Empowered women know what they bring to the table, and they are not afraid to ask for their worth, whether it is at work, whether it is in their business, their side hustle, their friendships, or their relationships. For example, you know when your boss tries to offer you a 2K salary raise after you have doubled your performance for the month? Actually, this happened to a friend of mine. So her boss offered her a salary raise, not out of nowhere, because her performance in the last 3 months leading up to the salary increase was mind-blowing, right? So he offered her a salary increase of 100K. However, she was thinking more than that. So she approached him politely and said, thank you very much for considering me for a salary raise, but this is not gonna cut it. Like, I have doubled my sales. I'm responsible for sales of up to 90 million in the last 1 month. Like, she basically just rolled out all of her achievements in the last 5 months to him. And she said, I was thinking double. Like, the salary that I am currently on cannot support my lifestyle and cannot support me to keep giving this company the best of my ability. Essentially, they tried to gaslight her. They were making it an issue of, no, be your fault. Like, you didn't even ask me for a salary raise. I was the one that offered you one. But here's the thing. She was going to ask, okay? And she did ask. When they offered her something that did not reflect the performance and the work that she had put in the last 1 year, she was not afraid to negotiate and ask for her worth. So you know what they did? They refused to give her what she asked for. They ignored her salary request and tried to hire another guy. What that guy charged them? But here's the thing. The salary increase that they refused to give to her, they were more than willing to give double to the new guy that they were hiring. When she found that out, she just walked away from the company and resigned. An empowered woman knows and believes her worth, because if you do not value yourself enough, nobody will. Bonus tip, keep a record of all your achievements. Every single little thing that you achieve, write it down. It will help you in those moments when you are struggling with your self-worth. Having a written record of everything that you are capable of, everything that you have achieved, really helps you to come to terms with what you're worth. Habit number 2. Empowered women do not live above their means. Okay? Like, all of the very rich and empowered babes that I know, they keep a low profile. And here's the thing. It's not because they don't love luxury. It's because they understand the difference between status spending and invested spending. Status spending is when you buy things that you don't really necessarily care for, but you buy it just for the status of it, to impress other people. Empowered women don't do that. You know why? Because they have no point to prove. They are very secure in who they are, and their worth, that they are not bothered about impressing anybody. I have never seen any empowered woman having to change her phone every year just to prove that she can. They don't care about these things, okay? I know a babe that we invest 30 million into real estate or something, but still uses an iPhone 11, as in she knows sense. So yeah, empowered women do not live above their means. So you don't have to prove a point. Luxury is not necessarily empowerment. So you don't have to go above and beyond to portray a certain lifestyle or a certain aesthetic to prove that you are empowered. Truly empowered women, they do not do that. Number 3, empowered women have multiple streams of income. This is not to say that you do not qualify as an empowered woman if you do not have multiple streams of income. It's a nice to have, right? Because for you to be truly empowered, you need income coming in from multiple sources. My friend has seven sources of income. Personally, I have 3. I make money from my business. I run a fashion business. I make money from collaborations with brands because I make content. Obviously, you're watching one. Then my 3rd source of income is I trade cryptocurrencies. I trade meme coins every day. And currently, I am working on a 4th source of income. So yeah, it is a nice to have. Another friend of mine is a global public health practitioner with a multinational, and she also has a very thriving candle business. So it's very nice to have. You should have multiple sources of income for full expression. Although I do know a couple of women who have only one job, one very big, gigantic job that pays thousands and thousands of dollars, and they are chopping the life of their head. The 4th habit of highly empowered women is that they are highly educated. Yeah, get educated. Like, a degree is not enough. Be in a constant process of learning. Take courses, take webinars, read books, follow coaches. Always be in the process of increasing your knowledge. Empowered women do not joke with education. And education is not something that is only gotten from formal educational institutions. You can take courses online, okay? You can take industry-specific courses to increase your knowledge of a particular industry. Maybe the industry that you partake in, or even another industry of interest. Get educated. Currently, I'm thinking of getting a PhD just for the purpose that I think it's going to make me hot. You know, when they call my name MSc, MBA, PhD, I think it's really hot. So yeah, empowered women are educated women. Go and get an education. The 5th habit of highly empowered women is they understand how money works. They just don't know about money. They understand the behavior and circulation of money. Everything that you can think about money, they understand how it works. Talk about budgeting, talk about taxation, talk about inflation. When it comes to money, they are highly informed, because when you mention money to the average man is thinking cash. The average man is thinking spending, what money can buy. But to the empowered woman, she understands the inner workings of money. She understands that cash is the least characteristic of money. She understands that competence is money. She understands that reputation is money. She understands that quality relationships is money. She understands the nature of money, how money works, how money moves, how money circulates. So knowledge is power. Get to work on understanding money and how money works. The 6th habit of highly empowered women is that they network strategically. You cannot refuse to network and then say that you are an empowered. You cannot be an empowered island. And the reason that they network is that your company is highly contagious. When you surround yourself with fellow ambitious, empowered women, the conversation is different. This is why they often say, sit with winners. You need winners by your side. You cannot be an empowered island. You're going to need winners to rub minds with, exchange ideas with. You cannot surround yourself with negative people, people who are not growth oriented, people who are going nowhere in life. They have no clear-cut path or plan or destination for their life. So if you want to be a successful, empowered woman, you have to deliberately put yourself in the company of other empowered, ambitious, and successful women. This is why often when people become successful, they just take off and start mingling with their kind. That's when you now start to hear things like, oh, ever since she became rich, ever since he became rich, they abandoned their old friends and started hanging out with. What do you want them to do? What do you want them to do? Company is contagious. So as an empowered woman, you have to deliberately seek the company of other empowered women, because iron sharpens iron. So network strategically. The seventh habit of highly empowered women is they plan for the long term. These women don't just live for today. They understand the long-term effects of today's action. They have plans for 5 years from now. They have plans for 10 years from now. They have investment portfolios. They have emergency funds. They understand that the decisions that you make today have consequences in the future tomorrow. They are not just living to oblate today. So if you are the type that want to eat the fruit of your labor today, you do things today without thinking of the positive or negative impact of them in the future, not empowered. Empowered women plan for the long term. They protect their future, not just money-wise, even reputation-wise. They don't give up like a whole possibility in the future for what they are seeing now, what they can get now, what they can eat now. They don't soil or make a mess of their name or their reputation for the purpose of the future. If you know that you are a woman that is going to go very far in life, please do not make a mess of your reputation in the future because of peanuts right now. Please do not sleep with every Adekule Chukuma or Chiroma that comes your way. Protect your reputation. Your name is going to be mentioned in very big boardrooms that most people cannot even enter. Do not make a mess of it before that time comes. Which brings us to our last and bonus point. Empowered women have discipline. Be disciplined and stay true to your core no matter what. Some of you swear that you are disciplined. Some of you swear that you have discipline until you see an amount of money that you have never seen before. And then your five senses disappear. You start behaving like somebody that has never seen money before. Not giving empowered. So a little recap from the very top. Empowered women, they know their worth. They do not live above their means. They are well educated about the ways of the world and about money. They network strategically and they plan for the long term. If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, please comment below which habit you're starting today. Pick just one and you will be surprised how much accountability can push you forward. My name is Anita and I will see you in my next video.